A fiery tragedy on a country road in Orleans County. Good evening, everyone. A tanker explosion left a driver dead and a community on alert.
Crews have been on the scene all day in the Orleans County town of Barre, using extreme caution in cleaning up the fatal wreck. News 4's George Rickert is live for you with the very latest on this. George?
That's right. It is 13 hours and counting, and the crews are still behind me working. No danger to the residents here. No one had to evacuate, but about a dozen homes lost power as a truck sheared off a power pole and crashed into the woods.
I thought it was a bomb going off.
Hope and Bob Stirk were awakened at 4 a.m. to the horrible sound. Right across Mathis Road from their home in the town of Barre, a tanker truck that was carrying 8,000 gallons of ethanol veered off the road into the trees, bursting into flames 50 feet high.
It was fast moving. In other words, it was high in the sky and lots of flame. The final height was as high as those trees over there.
This ethanol is mixed with 2% gasoline when it leaves the ethanol plant, so it's probably about 98% ethanol and 2% gasoline.
Water doesn't put out a fire like this, so volunteer fire crews from Shelby, Genesee County, and Kodak in Rochester brought in a special foam to put it out. The driver is said to be about 50 years old, from the Buffalo area, who had just picked up the load from the ethanol plant near Medina, about 15 minutes away. He was taking it toward Rochester on Route 31A. One of the stops on his route would sometimes be this Flying J Travel Plaza in Pembroke. I spoke to another driver for Flying J who didn't want to be on camera, but tells me he just rode with him yesterday and feels terrible about the crash. His employer put out a brief statement saying everyone in the Pilot Flying J family is saddened to learn of the death of our colleague. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family.
I feel sorry for the family, the driver, and all this happened to him.
The tanker truck was divided into two sections. Only the front section was punctured and burned, while the rear section stayed intact. Crews spent more than 12 hours cleaning it up. And back here live, you can see they are still cleaning up as we wait for the release of the man's name. One loose end in the noon newscast, we had mentioned the fire chief told us that the ethanol plant near Medina did not have the foam needed to put out the fire. But Western New York Energy called us, said they do have that foam on standby. They just were not asked to bring it. The fire companies brought it instead.